Hello everyone, so today we are going to look about some plantain tarts because I have extra plantains and they are ripe, so I said I'm not going to waste it. I'm just going to use it to make something. So here we have some vanilla, we have food coloring, red food coloring for the filling that we're not going to use just yet. But for the dough now, I have the original recipe is 2 cups, but if I'm going to make extra, so I double the recipe. So we have 4 cups here, and instead of 1 teaspoon of salt, I have 2, and grated nutmeg as well, and the shortening here chilled, so I just get it out from the fridge. And we have, instead of 1/4 cup of butter, I have half because I'm doubling up. And instead of the 1/4 cup of sugar that we're going to use later on, I have half. But here we have, instead of 1 egg white, I have 2. So we're going to use this little bit and some ice water to make the dough. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to continue. After we make the dough, we are going to place it in the refrigerator for 3 hours, and then we're going to continue with the filling part of it. All right, so continue, join me now, follow back on me, and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. So here I have my flour sifted, because I do that for literally everything. And then I'm going to add my salt, in, and of course make sure that it gets together. I'm using a gloves, so make sure that you have things together and clean. If you're going to use your hands, make sure your hands are washed. Now I'm going to go in with my shortening. Of course, these are this cold, and of course diced into different pieces. And I'm going to go in with my butter, just the same. And I'm just going to use my hands and combine this. So you see, grains, literally. Good. So this is what it should look like after you finish combining the butter and the shortening. And then I'm going to add my 2 egg white in it, and you're going to get in there, and then the water, and I'm going to continue to mix these in, and then I'll see you on the next side. Some people like to cook the plantains before and then mash it. I like to mash it, then cook it, because that way I find everything to be easily incorporated and it cooks much quicker or easier. All right, so after
you
mixing
see
the dough right here,
place it
and you see
in the
color
refrigerator for
has,
3 hours,
so it might
then
not look
removing
like
it,
the
and then we are rolling. And
red
this was quite
flour.
easy. The
And
dough
this is
was smooth,
and I find it easy to angle
and easily manipulated.
So even the rolling pin,
this was
I just
good. I
floured the rolling
um,
pin once,
the
and I did not have to touch it
board
again. Really, it did not
and
stick to the
the
pin,
pin,
and
just a little, and it didn't need any
managed
cloth the entire time. So I went ahead.
You can use that, or you can
and
use
just
your
make sure it
regular
was rolled out properly.
all-purpose flour. Go just the same. And if you're somebody that is trying to go maybe the healthier way and you want to try the whole wheat flour, it is just as good with the whole wheat flour.
I said squares some time ago.
So those are some options that you can explore. And
so make
the
sure
dough is easily rolled out.
And so you can fix it properly,
and that shouldn't be,
and you should be good. Any problem at all. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it in triangles.
Alright, so here I just cut the dough in some triangles.
I
did not find my cookie cutter, so
you know I improvise with my
butter
here, and I realize that it tends to get, you know,
doesn't matter as long as you can cut it properly. So I just cut in some triangles. And this butter here that I use differently. If you like, you
this
can
is
do
vegetable
circle,
butter, and then
but I realize that as soon as even if you warm it, as soon as you brush, it tends to get a nice half moon, and so again. If you want whichever one you like, I'm just going to
shapes, whatever, it's up to you.
All right, so there are the squares that I do, and
myself any trouble.
Easy squeeze, just in triangles. Roll with some butter. Now here is the plantain on the stove. I add my nutmeg, I add my vanilla, and I add some almond essence to it, because I like the smell and taste of almond. So you see I add, and I also so this is me stirring this on the stove to cook it, and this is what I'm talking about. Many people would cook first and then mash. I like to do it this way, you understand me? And somehow I enjoy the mixing and the stirring in to incorporate everything and see and watch it come together. So this bit I do enjoy. There's So now I'm adding the sugar, and we are going to continue to stir that in, to combine, and to keep cooking until we get to where we want with this plantain. So far so good. And guys, if you could smell this, the nutmeg, the vanilla, the almond, everything combined just give you a nice little aroma when the heat, you know, touch it. Oh, just send up that aroma in your nose that smells so good. Right? Yes. Just adding a little more vanilla. I want so you can always, for me, I said, you know, as you go along, when it gets to the point where you can taste, you taste, and you add to your desire. So here I am, I'm going to add some more coloring to it because I think it needs a tad bit more. So I'm going to add a few drops to bring the color up a little bit to my satisfaction. And we're going to continue cooking until I'm satisfied. And you have to be careful with the coloring because some of them are very strong and will give you, you know, undesired color. So be careful. And I'm going to continue cooking, stirring, because you have to do that because you don't want it to stick and you don't want it to burn. So you continue stirring and allow it to cook to point, and then remember, after cutting the dough, you put it back in the fridge for another 3 to 5 minutes. So in the interest of time, we remove dough and we're going to do the filling quickly. I'm going to do, I think, 1 or 2, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera quickly, and then we're going to put
in the oven to bake, 350 degrees. And really we are going to bake until it's nice and golden. Oops, sorry, the dough fell the wrong way. Don't worry about that part.